All right, John Mark Griffin, C. Mark Warren are here from Warren and Griffin. They need no introductions, but I'll give them some anyway. Good
Thank
to
you,
see
Julie.
you.
Ain't it good to be alive and be in Tennessee? Go
It
Vols.
is. Go Dogs. So long as you're not in a car wreck, right?
Yes.
Then it's great to be alive and be in Tennessee.
Then it can be challenging.
So even the most minor of car wrecks is not necessarily minor, right? Because it's affecting you and your life, and that adrenaline hits and you think, oh gosh, what do I do? So one thing you can have is the Warren and Griffin app.
Right, you can check out that, but if you're involved in a car wreck, it's very important to get your phone out. It should not be out before the car accident. Get it out and take a picture of the tag of the car that caused the accident.
Right.
That's good to have.
Exchange information with the other driver.
Right.
Are we still in the days where, depending on the severity of the accident, CPD is not coming?
Yes.
We're still in the days of that right there.
Okay.
And so that's a challenge because sometimes you don't feel hurt at the accident scene for the very reason that you mentioned. You're so hopped up on adrenaline, it's usually the following day. And so if you leave the accident scene unhurt and the following day you think, I got some neck issues here, and don't have the information of the other driver's insurance or his name, take a picture of the driver's license, the tag number, because that's going to come in handy.
Well, let's talk about the injury then.
CPD will come if somebody's injured or if the cars are immovable. If you can't move the cars, they'll come to the scene. But other than that, you're on your own, and it creates problems.
Okay, so to the point that Mark made, it is true that very often you think you're okay, and then a couple of days later you don't feel so good. So whether it's an injury on scene or it shows up a couple of days later, y'all are here to teach us a vocabulary word, which is subrogation.
Subrogation, can you spell it?
Well, I can because I
you
looked
can.
at it.
Oh, did you? Okay, good.
S-U-B-R-O.
Subrogation.
S-U-B-R-O-R.
Subrogation.
Well, you act like it's,
Listen.
you act like it's
Is that a
one
song?
of those rock things
Or did you
on
make
Saturdays
No, it's
for
just the
little kids.
ketchup. You know the ketchup commercial, Anticipation? Anticipation.
Oh, you did, okay.
So what that is, Julie, is basically
You get a B.
subrogation is if you're injured in an accident, we encourage people to use their health insurance if they have it. Your health insurance has the right to be reimbursed if you recover from a third party, the person who caused the accident. So the subrogation amount would be the amount they actually paid, not the bill. So they have the right to be reimbursed. So you better have an attorney that understands what subrogation is, because there's different types. Some that you may have to reimburse, falls under ERISA or in federal law, and some that may not have to be reimbursed, so depending upon if you're made whole or not. So it's important that you make sure your attorney understands those things.
Just a couple things to follow up on what John Marcus said. You go to the ER after a car accident, the first thing they're going to ask you is for the car insurance. What's the car insurance for the other driver? Now, most of the times, you might know the car insurance, but you don't bill the car insurance. If you have health insurance, you want to bill the health insurance. You will end up with a greater net recovery if you bill your health insurance rather than billing your car insurance.
Okay, so let's just say that if person A out there is in a car accident and it's person B's fault.
Correct.
Person A goes to their local hospital and thus begins the medical journey, and they're leaving the hospital and the hospital says, okay, your insurance, your health insurance,
Right.
shows that you owe $250 for because you haven't met your deductible.
Sure.
Do they pay it or do they wait and have it billed?
In a situation like that, usually is paid when the case is settled.
So they should, okay.
They should, wait to pay.
Assuming they have an attorney.
Yeah. Yes.
A lot of healthcare providers understand when you're involved in an accident
Okay.
that there could be a deductible that's owed. Sometimes that deductible, they may insist on being paid, which you may have to pay it. We can help make arrangements for that if that were the case. But oftentimes it's paid at the very end of the
Right,
process.
and I would stress to the health insurance company that once that deductible, that it's not my client's responsibility to pay the deductible because
Right.
someone else caused the wreck.
Right.
If somebody comes to y'all's office and they have a case,
Yeah.
but medical expenses are going to accumulate,
Right.
do y'all work with the doctor's offices to say, yes, this person's filing a suit, just let them build up, we have confidence that
Yes,
we're going to resolve
as a
it?
matter of fact, that's one of the phone calls that we constantly get is that they're starting to get letters for $100, $200, and we'll make the phone calls to kind of put them off, says, listen, this is a recent accident. My client's still in treatment at the very end when my client reaches maximum medical improvement and we're negotiating. At that point in time, we are going to pay you the bill.
Is it also beneficial to use the health insurance, not the car insurance, because medical doesn't always resolve quickly, and so you need to know how long the pain and suffering?
One of the biggest benefits of using your health insurance, so if you have a health insurance plan, you have a discounted amount that's paid to that
Right,
provider.
right.
So for example, if you have a bill that's $1,000, and if it's part of your plan may pay, assuming there's no deductible or copay that's owed, your plan may pay $300, let's say. Well, there's a $700 difference. The actual figure that's used if we go to trial is the $1,000 figure, not the $300 figure that may have actually been paid. So that discount helps provide the person with a greater recovery.
Okay.
And you should get a greater recovery because you were responsible enough to have the foresight to have health insurance.
Right.
That you're protecting yourself.
I don't know how closely y'all work. I mean, obviously you're in a lot of frequent contact with different medical providers
Right.
around here just by the nature of the business. But the fact that you're local means that then you also
Absolutely.
know
Well-
those local.
And most of the local health providers we work with regarding the things like deductibles and copays, to where we can delay that until there's actually money in the client's.
One of the largest insurers in the state of Tennessee is down the road. Okay, Blue Cross Blue Shield. Because we're local, because we've been doing this for 35 years, we have relationships with Blue Cross Blue Shield. So when it comes down to negotiating that subrogation amount down, so our client can get more money,
Right.
we have that relationship with Blue Cross Blue Shield.
Okay, so here's how you can get in touch with them. You can go right ahead right now and download the Warren and Griffin app if you want to. You can find them at warrenandgriffin.com. And whether you are watching us in Dalton, Chattanooga, or Cleveland, they have an office now to service you. 265-HURT or 641-HURT are the easiest ways to find them.
Absolutely.
Thank you, Julie.
Call us anytime.
Go Vols.